episode of Forever's Guys. My ship looks sideways. It's wild. First things first, we are still here where we started, or where we ended last episode. I want to go down and see if anything respawned during the reload, when I stopped and when I started back up. That's the first things first. I want to check this out. So we're gonna come down here, see if any enemies have respawned, because I do need more chitin, and I don't have any on me, and so the chitin is going to help me move forward, and it looks like nothing respawned, because there would be something right here, so I'm not even going to continue to push forward. So what we need to do is we need to start searching every location we come across, because I'm finding out, as I'm doing a little bit more research on things that we don't have, on things that I kind of want, that we kind of need, I need to start going to every location we pass by and just popping down at each place and seeing if there's any new blueprints or anything else that we need to find, as well as now trying to find some enemies, some buggos to get chitin. So this game has changed from what I thought was going to be just a casual exploration crafting game to you need to go everywhere, which is gonna be a bit strange to try to cut and edit. So I think moving forward, seeing as how we're going to be stopping basically everywhere we go to find things, moving forward I am going to have to just maybe do a different style of editing, or a different edit format for this game.
Unknown landing pod entered the atmosphere.
So I'm probably going to end up turning this more into like a pseudo vlog style edit with live what's the word? Why am I blanking on the word right now? Yep, I had a feeling you were gonna land there. With live commentary. But we're probably gonna end up just cutting out a lot of the game, because there's just so much that I have to explore, and it is quite boring. So, I mean, I guess my question or concern is if this is going to be boring style for you guys. So I want to ask you guys in the comments, please let me know. Oh, I don't have any repair fuel for some reason. Where did I put it all? Would you guys rather me do this just on live stream? I was thinking of moving this game to a live stream game, and I think I may still, but I do want to hear from you guys in the comments, so I don't want to do it right away. But how would you feel about me turning this game into a live stream game rather than a Let's Play? Would that work better for you guys? Would it sound like it'd be does it sound like it'd be a better way to play? Or a better way to check the game out? You tell me how you feel about that. But I will let you know probably in the next one if I decide to move it to a live stream. We'll probably get 2 more weeks of this minimum, and then I'll let you know. Let's see. Watching the Earth all day long. Various people sit at the window, outlooking the Earth. Some in silence. Others pray about your mission, and others tell stories about what you might have happened to you. Recently, we thought we saw a flare. Is it you guys? Do you have any good news for us? Alright, so yeah, we have to, at this point, explore a lot of places to get the chitin we need. So, we're just gonna leapfrog from location to location. But there's also other locations I've never been to that would get me potential supplies that might help me craft things. For instance, I have all of those boxes that I crafted when I was initially setting up my base and needed a bit of storage. There is a recycling machine. I just have not seen it because I have not been exploring everything in the game. So that's where I'm starting to lean more for this game being a live stream game and less for it being a let's play game, since we do have to just kind of go everywhere to find some of the things that we need. And just stopping and leapfrogging from place to place. Let's see. So there's a question mark, and there's that. Let's go check out this question mark. I wish there was a way to, like, strafe the vehicle instead of just spin it. So, as I was saying, we're doing some double commentary here, both live and future. I find this location, which is the ruined radio tower, which I'm able to locate a couple of ruined treasure chests in that have a couple of upgraded equipment items on there, but nothing too spectacular. Making my way both on top of the radio tower and then like in the middle-ish area of the radio tower. It's like separated into like 3 separate sections of the same thing, but I'm able to get a lot of materials, and then I find a data disk on the bed. Then number 1, the new loot. Picked up a fancy freezer from the last place. It was empty, but we'll solve this problem during the next trip. We should at least make our survival a little bit easier, as the end there is harder. Let's be honest, ever since these assholes disconnected from us from the food supply, they asserted themselves. We could use another one, but we need to get a lead on it, inspect this one for now, and see if it's working okay. Let us know if there's any missing parts. Wrecked large freezer. Ooh. I can store stuff in that. But I can't really store stuff in it because I don't have the original freezer. And I guess that's part of my line of like how I don't like the progression and crafting in this game is if I scan something that's advanced, I should be able to make the original. And that's why like we're jumping back to this different style of recording and editing, whereas I'm just going to mostly be silent while playing with the occasional commentary, just so that I can like show me looting and we can move on faster in the actual edit. But then you saw that I found a location down below. I went down below and there's another data disk down here for me to read. Poor catch. The last raid is bullshit. A whole airship filled with crap for kids, nothing useful. Pisses me off that they have the nerve to tackle such unimportant things and deny us basic goods. Dicks, we refitted their airship, dropped them a whole crap of ballast. And took all their fuel. Maybe that will teach them. I spent some time at my base working on sorting my inventory and things like that because it was an absolute mess. I also made the moth habitat in hopes to be able to breed moths because I had those moth eggs, and it turns out you don't put the eggs in there, you actually put regular moths in there. You can't breed the moths. I don't know what these eggs are for. There's a question mark over here. There's a couple of things over this way. I need to fill up fuel. Then we had another drop pod land right in our direction towards the next location we were going to go, which had some supplies and some ruined treasure chests for us to loot. Heroes Day. Kindergartners took part in the day of the hero, a day all about you. They made costumes as scientists out of cardboard boxes and adult clothes. They acted out a scene in which they invented a cure to send it to us. They can see the children had a great time. You're an example for them. The adults couldn't hold back their tears. We find another location to explore known as the New Nature Rooftops. It happens to have a couple of new things that we can scan and potentially find and learn. Drop off one of my moths I got, and I start gathering some supplies, some synthetic compounds, metals, coppers primarily, helium, stuff like that. And just explore more of the map. It had a ton of good upgrade and research parts, so I was gathering as much of it all as I can. It was a really good place to find, and then we found a data disk or iPad. Delivery of automatic extractor prototype. Operating extractors gives everyone a hard time. The sores on our hands from hours of squeezing the trigger, the painful back from the concussion when extracting, the headache from the noise, and above all, how much time it all takes. But today we are supposed to get a prototype of the automatic extractor. We are all very excited. This could be the end of our problems. We are still waiting for the airship with the package. I hope that coming storm will not hinder the delivery. So, reading that, I'm like, oh, I want to find this automatic extractor, because it would be really nice to be able to extract things without having to actually pay too much attention to what's around. I then explore the rest of the place, gather as much loot as I can, and we walk into this next area to find the automatic extractor just around the corner from here. This is it. Filtering deck extractor. Automated deck extractor with filtering function, so you choose which resources it should extract automatically from object remains. Does not require handling, only emptying the container in which it accumulates extracted resources. Oh god, that's going to be good. That's going to be nice. We'll have to mess with that when we get back to the ship. So we need an automatic deck extractor in order to learn. Oh god, this is annoying. So we missed things. We're missing things, and that's what's driving me nuts. Continuing to explore, we find another rooftops area that we go check out, gather some supplies like copper, helium. It ended up having 2 locked doors that we were able to unlock, but for the most part, it all just had a bunch of upgrade materials and research parts, and the same exact thing we just scanned in the last area. I think that's my bigger problem about this game, and why I'm like not as enjoying it as much as other games of this nature, is because the POIs are not incredibly unique. They're all kind of cookie cutter and spread throughout the world, where everything's the same, and now I need to go back through the game to find the things I've missed, rather than being able to craft them as I come across the advanced ones. I should be able to learn both when I find an advanced one, and not just the one that I was able to find. It's just, yeah, the pacing for this game just isn't the best, in my opinion. Pots and seeds. These new garden pots are great. All you need is a seed, some water, and time if you're managed. And fertilize they grow even faster. It's worth remembering that some plants don't have seeds, but are planted directly, like patatas, and others, the seeds are collected along the fruit. It's a pity. Small plants, I can only plant patatas and flowers. To plant a bush, you need a large one. So the places I keep wanting to go to, so like right now, it's 1.18 kilometers this way, but it was up top on the green. So that's... it keeps moving. I keep wanting to go here, to the 1.14 kilometers area, but it keeps moving. It's getting frustrating. Because this is where I'm going to find some bugs. Finally, after about over an hour, I reach another New Nature Territory tower, overgrown tower, to make our way in to find the chitin we've been looking for all episode. I knew there was going to be some here. I just didn't realize how little there was going to be, because you cannot break down the bugs to get chitin. So you can kill them, and these spawners will constantly spawn a bug, but you can't slash them to break them down to get more chitin. You can only get chitin from the spawners themselves. So there's 3 or 4 spawners here, so I only get like 3 or 4. Then there's one big bug I do eventually find that I can get more chitin out of. However, I get to a point where I get infected, which you just saw. I got attacked, and I go back, I use the chitin to make what I need, and I end up not having enough to make the cure. So this is another aspect of the game that really doesn't make sense to me. These diseases are temporary status effects, and they don't do anything. They don't kill you if you don't heal it or anything. You just have this status effect until your body naturally fights it off. So I'm just like, alright, well, I guess I'm just not healing this effect at all. That's fine. We get to, like, near the end. I destroy this thing. It doesn't let me pick up the chitin. I then kill the bug, or break down the bug that gets me the last of the chitin I need. Make my way back up to the ship. I can now research the immunity booster, and then I'm going to be able to craft it eventually. Liquid neon? How do I fucking get liquid neon? I start trying to figure out how to make the new backpack and upgrade the backpack. Find out I need another thing that I need to research. And it takes one of the things to research. So I figure that all out. I get that researched. I start tending to my garden, sorting my inventory and everything else, so that we can just get settled for moving forward with the story potentially. But that's really where we end off. I do a lot of garden tending for the next like 20 minutes or so, and then after I wrap up, I spend another like hour or more crafting a new base. Oh, it's the car from Pacific Drive. Did these two teams make it? Make this and that? This team make Pacific Drive and this one? Nice. Extra spots. Extra space. But alright, while I heal from my pyrexia, I think I'm going to try to craft a couple more of these big storage containers. Try to sort my storage out and get ready for the next session. I know this one's going to be a little bit different. Like I said, I'm trying a different way of recording these, or a different way of editing these. So let me know how you feel about this, because the play sessions are running a little long, and so I'm trying to cut down editing time and cut down session time, while still playing, or cut down editing time while still playing. So I'm sure it's a combination of both vlog-like commentary as well as live commentary. It's going to be a new way for me to do things for this one, just to see how it goes, because it's just the way this game is put together. It's good, but you gotta check everything, which is why, like I said, I'm probably leaning on maybe turning this into a live stream game for the remainder of the story. But we'll see. Next time we'll go to the infected greenhouse, learn what we need to learn there with the immunizer, and like I said, I'm gonna make some different or sort my inventory out a bit more. Thank you guys so much. If you like what you saw, please do me a huge favor, hit the like button so the algorithm knows that people like you will like me too. Subscribe to the channel so you get updates, notifications when I go live and post new videos, and leave comments down below. Hints, tips, tricks, I respond to all comments back. Also, be sure to check me out live here on YouTube and on Twitch Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Check out the other videos I make on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Thank you guys so much. Please be careful, be safe, don't do anything I wouldn't do, always hug your loved ones, and of course, like always, be sure to remain yourselves. I'll see you all in the next one.